I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 ring, doo-doo-doo-doo, and it burns, 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 a ring of fire, a ring of fire. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Please forgive my singing. All right then, so first things first, I'm just going to check to see if everything... All right then, so first things first, everything is up and going with the audio. Everyone hear me okay, guys? I'm just going to keep a little eye on those. Just a quick confirmation on the audio and the visuals. Hopefully it's all okay. Let's have a look. All sounds good? Yep, cool. All right then. So I'm just going to start off, guys, read some comments, see where we're all from today, how we're all doing. Okay, so what do we got? Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so should be a lot of fun again. Looking forward to it. Happy Thanksgiving to all American friend guitar players from Etowah, New York, New NC, USA, sorry. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I hope you all have a good one, a great one, actually. Hello, team. Good morning, afternoon, and evening from Ireland. Nice. Do we have the material, please? So I'm pretty sure I put a link for the materials in this chat somewhere. I thought I did. Also, it's in the WhatsApp group as well. So if you wanted to take a look at that, you can download it there. Good evening from France, Kent, Norwich. Peace to you all. How's it going with the new guitar? We've got Portugal. First time attending one of these, not sure what to expect, but excited to be here. Oh, glad you're here, man. You will be fine. They are all very chill. Yep. First time also. Yeah, we've got Germany, Kansas. Oh, man, cool. We've got Canada, California, Pakistan, USA, Scotland, Greece, Austria. Cool, guys. All right, so first of all, a little bit about these classes, just for those of you that are new. So these beginner live clubs are Justin's beginner live clubs. So my name is Lee. I run them, and the goal for each of these clubs essentially is to basically teach you guys a song per club. So in the song, in the club, I'm going to be obviously showing you how to play this, that, and the other. We've got some slides that I'll show you in a second. But yeah, the goal is for you to learn a song per club. So we're going to start off then. I'm just going to give you a quick little run through the slides that I put together. Ooh, let's go back to the start. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. So we're going to start off with a bit of a song overview, as usual. So to be honest, this song was a lot more fiddly than I was anticipating. I thought it was going to be pretty straightforward from a time perspective, but it's really not. Anyway, there's a couple of ways you could probably write this out in terms of the time and stuff. I've decided to mix and match a couple of time signatures just because that makes more sense to me and my simple brain. So I'm hoping it makes sense to you guys as well. So we're going to be playing in 4/4 time, in 3/4 time, and in 5/4 time. So when we're playing in 4/4 time, essentially we're going to be counting 4 beats per bar. So we're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 beats per bar. So when we come across a bar that we need to be playing in 3/4, it's the same thing, but we're now only going to be playing or counting 3 beats per bar. So we're going to be counting as in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same then with 5/4 time. It just means we're going to be counting in fives. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've only got one bar of 5/4 in this whole song, which we will check out really soon. Okay, so that's the time there. Okay, so next up, the tempo is around about 104, and we're going to be playing in the key of G major. So we're going to skim through that now with our little chart here. But if you get interested in music theory, check out Justin's practical music theory course. It's really, really good. So if you want to get into this stuff a bit deeper, check that out. But for now, then, we're going to be in the key of G major. So we've got 7 notes in the key of G major. They're going to be G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp. Okay, then we've got 7 chords. The chords in the key are G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, and F sharp diminished. Okay, and the chords that we're going to be using in this song are highlighted in yellow. So we've got G, C, and D. But for those of you that might not be able to make those changes super quick, we're also going to be adding some extended chords, particularly the C add 9 and the D sus4, just because those particular chords will make the changes a little bit easier for those of you starting out. Okay, so we'll start off by looking at the chords as well. Once we've gone through the chords, we're then going to start looking at the chord progressions. So we've got the intro there, got verse 1 there with the verse 1 lyrics. We've got verse 2 with the verse 2 lyrics, chorus with the chorus lyrics. Then we've got just 2 simple, well, not too simple, we've got 2 strumming patterns, one simple strumming pattern in 4/4, but I'll show you how you can kind of basically take it from 4/4 and play it in 3/4 or 5/4. And then we've got pattern 2, which is more of a boom chucker pattern, which is a 16th note pattern, whereas the simple pattern on the top there is an 8th note strumming pattern. And then we've got the song structure just here so that you can practice playing along with music. All right then, so let's have a look. Let's take a little look at the chords. So it's pretty straightforward in terms of chords. I'm going to come in a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. But you can either use the top 3 chords, or you can use the bottom 3 chords, or you can kind of mix and match if you want, okay? So hopefully you can all see my left hand here. I know last week, I'm pretty sure it was hidden, but behind the kind of the notes, but hopefully you can all see that. If not, please somebody tell me. And then we're just going to quickly run through the chords. So when you look at the chords here, you're going to, where you've got the open strings, you're going to see 3 different shapes. You're going to see an X, a triangle, or a 0. So an X is self-explanatory. We don't hit that string, or we mute it. The circle is self-explanatory. We just play that string open. But I also like to include a triangle, because the triangle, basically you can hit that string if you want, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. It works, okay? So if there's a circle, like if you look in the D chord there, if there's a circle on the D string, you hit that every time. With the triangle, you can hit it if you want. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's check out the first 3 chords. So the first chord we got on the top left there is going to be the folk G, okay? So we're going to be doing that by taking finger 3 and placing it on the low E string here. And then we're going to be placing the pinky, low E string 3rd fret. And make sure you get nice and close up behind the metal fret wire here. So sometimes people place it down like I did then, just in the middle, but we want to get it right up close behind the metal fret wire, because the closer we are, the lighter we need, or the lighter we can press the string down. Okay, from there, we're then going to take the pinky, all right, we're going to bring it right down to the bottom, and we're going to place it on the high E string, fret number 3. Now, the underside of this finger here will be gently touching the A string, so that one should be muted. So you don't want this kind of like really right up curl like this, where this string here rings out. We want it kind of a little bit flatter. So rather than like that, we want it a little bit flatter like that, so that we get this A string muted. Okay? So we'll get the low E ringing, we'll get the D, the G, the B, and we'll also get the high E, fret number 3 with the pinky. Okay, now this can be a little bit tricky for people that have first tried using it. And there's Susie making an appearance as usual. So what you can do here, if you're finding this tricky, I know there's going to be a bunch of you finding it kind of straightforward, but there will be some of you that are struggling with it. What you need to do, you need to develop the stretch between the third finger up here and the pinky here. So if you were to just, a cool little exercise to get you into this would be just placing the third finger up here, and then with the, wait a second, can't see my hand. Oh, I did it again, guys. I did it again. I thought I solved it this week. All right, let me just, this will work. All right, I'm going to go through that again. My apologies. So I'm going to have to do this like this. Okay, hopefully you can all see that all right there. Okay, sorry, my bad. I did the exact same last week. There's like a mirroring thing on here, and what I see is different to everyone else. Anyway, my bad. Okay, so first chord again, the folk G chord, okay? So we're going to start off by taking third finger, and we're going to place it on fret number 3 on the low E string here, and we're going to make sure that the third finger is right up close behind the metal fret wire just there. All right, we don't want it in the middle, definitely don't want it at the back of the fret, right up close behind it. Because when we're right up close, it means that we can press the note a lot lighter. So we don't want to be gripping the chord too much. I want to just press down with just the right amount of pressure and tension. Okay, so once this finger's here, next we're going to take the pinky and we're going to place the pinky just there. So fret number 3 on the high E string, just like that. Now you just got to make sure that this third finger here is not kind of too curled like this, where the A string rings out. We want this third finger here just a little bit flatter so that the bottom part of this finger pad touches that A string there. So we've got the third finger fretting fret 3 on the low E string, but also muting the A string underneath. All right, so we can go through each of these notes now, making sure that the pinky here is nice and close behind the metal fret wire as well. And then we'll just go ahead and pick through the notes, okay? So, yep, E is good, A is muted, great. D is good, G is good, B is good, and the high E string is good. Okay, so this G chord here falls really nicely, or you're able to change the C chord really comfortably once you've got it. Before we do that though, let me just show you that exercise I previously spoke about, where if you're new to this chord here, the thing that you need to kind of work on is the stretch between this third finger and this pinky here. So it's that motion there, okay? So what I'd recommend is if you put the third finger on third fret just there, and then with the pinky, just stretch it down as far as you can. You can sometimes try and go a little bit further than the high E string if you want. Now, if you're new to this, you might find you can only get it to about there, maybe just like 3 strings down. So we need to make sure we kind of keep practicing it. Grip the third finger on the string, just keep bringing it down, up and down, okay? It's going to feel really weird, really tricky at first, but after a while, you'll be able to just bring it up and down with the control. Also, what you can do, you can put the pinky on the bottom here and do the same exercise, but with the third finger going upwards to here. Now, to start with, you might, like I said, just get up to about the D string maybe, and then you might struggle to get it further, but try to grip this down and then try to work on that stretch. Just like that. So I know a bunch of you actually will be able to play this quite comfortably, but for those of you that are new to it, these exercises here are really good. And then what you can also try, you can also maybe place the 2 fingers on the middle 2 strings, fret 3 here. This is another cool one. And then you can just bring them both up and then try to open them both up at the same time. And again, that'll feel weird, but just open them up and then bring them both down at the same time. Back to the middle back up and open. So just getting used to that motion there. Nice and light, no tension. Okay. Cool. Now it's worth learning this folk version of the G because it changes really, really comfortably to the C chord. See, because the third finger's already here and it's only got to move down one string, and these two fingers are already hanging about over the frets they need to go down on for the C. Just there. So we'll go through the C chord next. So for the C chord, we'll start off finger 1, fret 1 on the B string, finger 2, fret number 2 on the D string, finger 3, fret number 3 on the A string. Now we don't want to be hitting this string here, or if you're a little bit kind of further along with your guitar journey and you're using your thumb to mute it, that's fine. You can hit it and it's not going to make much difference because you've got it muted. So again, let's pick through these notes. We'll pick from the A string here. Yeah, that's good. This one's good. This is good. Yep. Cool. And then finally, we've got our D chord just here. So you might be playing it a bit more like this with your thumb back here. I tend to bring my thumb over quite a lot. But if you're playing it like this, just make sure that you aim for the D string down. But you can hit the A string there. So for the D, again, I know a lot of you've got it, but some of you might be kind of new. First finger fret 2 on the G string, finger 2 fret 2 on the high E, finger 3 fret 3 on the B string. Okay, so you're either going to be using those three chords there, this G here, sorry, to this C, oops, to this D here. Let me just check that tune in a minute. That's right. So yeah, you're either going to be using these three, this G, this C here, and this D, or you can use the three chords on the bottom, which we call stuck 3 and 4 chords. Because if you look at those three chords, the finger digits in blue, we've got finger 3 just here, fret number 3 on the B, finger 4, fret number 3 on the high E. So just see if you can get those two fingers down here. And then we're going to play the B with the third finger, just there. And we're going to play the high E with the pinkies on it there. Now these two fingers are going to stay down throughout all three chords. So the first chord will be this G chord here. Now I've written the chord out where you've got finger 1 just there, fret 2 on the A string, and finger 2 just there, finger 3 on the G. If you want to, you can leave this one off. I tend to do that quite a lot and just play like this. And again, with this second finger this time, muting the A string underneath. Okay, so that would be, or you can put this one down here. If you put this one down, you need to curl this one a little bit more to make sure this one rings out. Okay, so there's our G chord. There are stuck finger 3 and 4. Now to play the C, we can just basically take these two fingers here and just move them both down one string each. So we'll start off with first finger. We'll just take it off, move it down one string, and just place it on fret 2 on the D string there. Second finger, same thing, take it off, move it down to fret 3 on the A string. Okay, and then we've got our C add 9, which is our C stuck 3 and 4 chord, okay? And again, if you want to, if you're brand new to these chords, you could remove this one again here, and then just make sure this one's a little bit flatter, so it mutes this string here, the D string, and then you could play it just like that. So essentially then what you're doing, you're just taking this second finger, you're taking it up there to the G, and then you just got to move the second finger down to there. Move it up to the G. So it's like a one finger change essentially. Still sounds cool, right? Or you can use the full version of the chords. Okay? Okay, and then finally we've got the D sus4, also known as the stuck 3 and 4 D. So for that one, from this G here, we keep fingers 3 and 4 down here, and then we're just going to take 1 and 2 off. And I'm just going to take finger 1 and I'm going to place it on fret 2 on the G string just there. Okay, and that's it. So again, sounds like that. So it doesn't sound like that D, but again, it'll work if you're brand new to these chords and you want to change a little bit quicker. Because with this chord here, again, you just need 1 finger. So if I go back to the C chord, I'll take the first finger off here, take second finger, and I'll move it up onto fret 3 on the A string, just there. And then to move to the D, this version of the D, we can take second finger off here, and then just place the first finger there. So basically a 1 finger change from the C to the D. C, D. So we can go to the G, second finger up to the top here. Then I can just take second finger, move it down 1 string to the C. Then I can move, I can replace second finger here with first finger there on that D, which will give me you can hear it still kind of works. And again, if you wanted to use more of the fuller version, the fuller versions of each chord, we'll get okay, or the other version that we first spoke about, which was it's a little bit trickier though. The top 3 chords are definitely the most tricky, and the bottom 3 are definitely more beginner friendly, if you ask me. Okay, just give me 1 second. I've got to let my cat out. She's asking to go out. Go on then. Off you go. See you later. All right, cool. So they are the chords that we're going to be using. So let's swiftly move on to start looking at some of the chord progression. So like I said, oh man, I was working this song out and I was like, I didn't realize it was so kind of complex. Now you could count it in probably different ways, but this kind of way kind of worked for me when I was figuring it out. So I'll show you this and hopefully you'll be able to pick it up. But I think what you want to try and do, rather than kind of counting it anyway, once you get into the song, you can kind of hear where the changes are rather than counting it. So you might need to count it to start with, but once you've counted it to start with, start listening and just going by feel. Because I'm pretty sure that Johnny Cash, I think when he was like writing this song and putting it together, he wasn't thinking about time signatures. He was just kind of thinking about the feel and putting the chords kind of here there as they kind of worked with the lyrics. That's what I think he would have done. Okay, so what we're going to do then, we're going to take a little look at, let's get into the picture here, maybe a bit like that. Okay, so we're going to take a little look at the intro. Okay, so we've got 1 bar of 3/4 and then 1 bar of 4/4. Okay, so actually let me see if I can come a little bit more like that. Might be a little bit better. Maybe there. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so we've got 1 bar of 3/4 and 1 bar of 4/4. So to start with, I'm just going to zoom forwards to the strumming patterns. We're just going to start off with this 1, 2, 3, 4, putting a down strum on each beat, okay? So the top pattern number 1 there, just to run through things. So I'm just going to skimmy back to the chord progressions here. Now for the first bar, we've got 3/4. So we're going to be playing with the G chord, any G you want. I'll start off with this one here. And we're just going to be playing 1, and then G again on the 2. And then we're going to be playing C on the 3, okay? So we get 1, 2, 3, and then we get 1 bar a 4/4 for the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again, right? So 1. I'll give us a count. Give us a count 4, right? And then we'll come in with the. Actually, I'll give us a count of 3, and then we'll come in with the 3, 4, then the 4, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next line down is basically a repeat of that, but we get to. We basically need to replace the C chord, if you look, on the third beat of bar 1 with a D. So that would basically be 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for the G. All right, let's just try that one more time, and then I'll check out the chat feed to see if there's any questions. If you've got any questions, ping them in now, and I'll check them out in a second. Okay, so we'll play the whole thing through, and we've got a bar of 3, bar 4, a bar of 3, and a bar of 4. Okay, here we go. After 3, 1, 2. I should count it in 4. I should count in with a 4 actually, because the song has more of a 4/4 kind of feel. So I'm gonna count in with 4, but then we'll come in with a 3. It's a bit weird, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2 to the D and G. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so hopefully that's making sense. I'm just going to check the comments to see if there's anything that anyone is unfamiliar with. All right, so let's have a look. All right, so let me just zoom past all the messages that I should have read about not seeing the left hand. I thought I figured that out this time, but I didn't. Okay. Let's have a look. Better, perfect now. Okay, cool. Much better. The chord sheet hides behind your hand, but better now, perfect. The cat is great. Oh, Susie. Hello to the little meow. Caterus, she's gone for a bit of food, I think. Not easy, but defo practice. I'm guessing that's for that G here. That's what I'm guessing that's for. So not to play at the right tempo at first. I always forget that, to start slowly when learning a new piece. Yes, so my advice when it comes to learning any new piece, definitely do not play up to tempo. So I would advise you kind of practice in a way that I call correct movement practice. So when you're learning something new, you're just looking for the movements, the finger movements, and you're just attempting to get them super accurate. Because if you can get the fingers moving accurately at a super slow speed, then you can kind of speed those slow, accurate movements up bit by bit. Whereas if you kind of jump into things not at a fast speed, but at a medium speed, and you kind of fall over yourself here, there, and everywhere, you tend to learn things falling over yourself. So really, really kind of like just slow it down as slow as you need to go, and don't think about the music, don't think about how it's meant to sound, think about what the fingers are meant to be doing. So if you're here, and then you've got to go to the C chord, I'd advise that you kind of take as long as you need. Don't rush it. And once you're happy with the way the chord feels, and you feel as though all the notes are going to ring out, then strum. Then just move back. Make the shape, take your time, and down. I know that seems really slow, but that's literally how I would practice something, just looking for the exact movements, because these fingers will just do whatever they want to do if you're going at all too fast. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, that G to C is hard. It is hard. So a little tip that you can try for it, or a little way of practicing it to start with. A lot of the time when people go from this chord, providing you've got the chord, to the C, we normally kind of build up one at a time like that. You've got to be careful though. Some people can progress from that to getting all the fingers down together, but some people don't, in my experience. They just continue with that, and that's their change. So they'll go from here, and then they'll be changing like that every time, and they won't think anything else of it. What I'd recommend is that you just reverse that to start with. So if you're playing the G here, what we do is we place the third finger down first, then second, then the first. So we go to the G and we reverse it. So 3, 2, 1. And once you can do that, what you want to start aiming for then is getting 2 fingers down at the same time. So G, and then maybe let's start with 3 and 2. So try to get 2 fingers. They might be kind of going a bit crazy. Don't put them down until you feel as though you've got the shape, and then just bring them down together and then let the first finger follow. 1 second. She's back. Come on in. She's had her food, and now she's back for a bit more guitar. And then once you've got that, you can then also try the same thing, but rather than placing 3 and 2 down together, try fingers 3 and finger 1 down together and let the second finger follow. But eventually, when you train the fingers like this, making the shape, they'll do something weird. So just really keep them in midair. Keep them in midair for like a full minute, as far as I'm concerned. Just keep working them, and then place them both down at the same time. Same with second finger. And eventually, you will get them all down at the same time. But have that in mind as your final, you know, as the last kind of hurdle or the final goal for the C, getting all the fingers down at the same time. Okay. Okay. So intro 3, 4, then 4, 4. Yeah, I think so, but then I'm not totally sure. I just hear it kind of that way, going the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, that it kind of makes sense to me. You could count the whole thing in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then put the you know, the first G on the first beat, the C on the third, then the G on the fourth beat, and then count 5, 6, 7. And that confuses me a little bit. So I've gone for 3, 4, 4, 4. Is the 2-finger G a must? So it's not a must, but I would say that it's a brilliant opportunity for you to develop your fingers from an athletic perspective. So take that opportunity. You can use these bottom 3 chords there, but why wouldn't you kind of take the opportunity to really work the fingers? Because once you work the fingers to get this G, obviously they're further developed for other chords, right? So they're not a must, but I'd go for it. I'd work it, because the more you work your fingers, the better your fingers are going to get. Okay, so let's have a look. Use the 2-finger anchor, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's have a look. Wait a second. Swapping from G to C is much easier. Glad to hear that. The stuck chords are easier. Yeah, I'd say they're easier for sure. Anchor. Which versions of the chords does Justin play on the? Does Johnny Cash play? Sorry, on the original. I would say probably these ones. These, the first 3, but they're a bit fiddlier. Yeah, the stuck 3 and 4 chords. Yeah, definitely kind of useful. And yes, agree. But for some reason, lead 2 fingers are bent. Mine is straight up. 2 fingers are bent. I'm not quite sure what that means as such. But let me know. See if you can explain it a little bit differently. Okay, cool. So we got the intro there. Now, before we kind of go on to verse 1, verse 2, and the chorus, we're going to take a little look at the boom chukka pattern. And then we'll try that over the intro, because I think the intro is kind of like a little bit easier than some of the other parts. So the boom chukka then, or we're going to do it with the right hand here. I hope you can see that okay. So what I'm going to do to start with, I'm just going to mute the strings with my fret in hand here, which means I'm just going to touch them mega gently. If I grab too hard and I strum, I'll get that noise. noise. If I'm obviously touching too soft, I'm not touching all the strings, I'll get that. So make sure you touch mega, mega gentle. Imagine your fingers are butterflies just sitting on the strings, and that's how you want to be touching them. When this hand is mega relaxed, it helps this hand be mega relaxed. If this hand is kind of tense and stiff, this hand is going to be a little bit more tense and stiff. Okay, so this hand here, we're not going to play a chord to learn the strum pattern. We're just going to gently touch the strings, and then we'll just strum through the strings. Okay, so to start with then, what I want you to do, I want to see if somebody can spot the repeated pattern throughout each beat of that strumming pattern there. So there's one kind of simple pattern that's repeated 4 times. Can anyone see what that is? Anyone? So have a little look at it. So you've got beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and beat 4. So the first beat will be 1 E under. Second beat will be 2 E under. Third will be 3 E under, and the fourth will be 4 E under. Yeah, there you go, guys. Down, down, up. So it's going to be 1 under. Okay, down, down, up. So I know you can see the down, up, down, but that's going from the and at 2. So you've gone from 1 E under, which is the first beat, to 2 E under, which is the second beat. The first beat, we've got 1 E under, so the pattern there is down, down, up. Okay? So that'll give us this here. So nice and light with the left hand, down, down, up. Okay, so that will be 1 under. Okay, try that again. It's going to be 1 under. And then we've got the second beat, which will span through 2 E under. We'll have 2 under. Then we'll have the 3 under and the 4 under. 4 under. So it's just going to be down, down, up. And we're going to do that 4 times. So it'll be down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, let's try that together. Okay, I'll give you a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So when you're using a plectrum, I definitely advise a light flexi plectrum for this kind of stuff. So I'm using the good old Dunlop nylon 4.6 millimeter. Really good for this kind of stuff. And then when you're holding the plectrum, make sure you hold it nice and light. So this hand is nice and light, right hand is nice and light. Don't grip it too tight, okay? Because like I said, if this hand grips too tight, this one will grip too tight. If this one grips too tight, this one will grip too tight. So when they're both nice and relaxed, so you can just give yourself a quick check over, check your shoulders, make sure you're nice and loose, and then make sure you gently touch the strings, and then we'll try that again, okay? So it's going to be down, down, up. We're going to repeat that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so somebody asking in the comments there, guys, if you need to use a pick, no, you can use your fingers. You can try down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. There's a bunch of different ways you can use your fingers. So I was hitting the strings with these 3 fingers on the down and the up on the thumb. That's one way that I like to do it. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Some people like to just use the thumb. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. If you do use the thumb though, you'll generally be strumming down with the flesh and up with the nail. So you get like this, you get this sound that isn't quite even. But it can be cool. Another way you can, the imaginary plectrum, where you kind of imagine you're holding a plectrum like this, and then you strum down with the fingernail and up with the thumbnail. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Try that as well. And for those of you that are on the higher end of the beginner spectrum, going into intermediate, you could try it with a thumb playing the bass note. I'm not going to go into this too much because I think it's a bit too far forward for the idea of this beginner clip. But if you were playing, say, the G chord, you'd play the thumb on the 1, and then you could play the down with the fingers and the up with the first finger here. So down and then up. Or you can use the first finger to go down and up. So you get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Sounds cool, but it can be a little bit advanced, or at least, you know, it's more of an intermediate thing. Okay, so let's go back to our intro and just remember our down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So for one beat, we're going to get down, down, up. And if that's a little bit too much for now, just know that you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, rather than 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Okay, so pick whichever strumming pattern works best for you. And then we're going to go back to blah, 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 the verse here. So I'm just going to come back a bit so that you can see my my left hand and my right hand. Maybe I'll just bring this up a little bit like that. Just have a quick drink. Okay, so let's look at verse 1. So we've got a bar of 4, followed by a bar of 3, followed by a bar of 4. Then we've got a bar of 4, followed by a bar of 3, followed by a bar of 4. And again, a bar of 4, followed by a bar of 3, followed by a bar of 4. And then we've got a bar of 3, followed by a bar of 4. All right, let's just go through it really, really slowly, bit by bit. So let's try the first bar first of all. We're going to play a G on beat 1, and we're going to play the C on the 4th beat, okay? So that's going to sound a little bit like this. I'll give us a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, or if we're using the step chords, it'll sound like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we change to the G, where we go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, that would be from the start. G, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3. And then a bar of G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when you count it like that, it sounds kind of more complex than it is, I think. Let's try that again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first 3 bars on the top there. Now, I put the lyrics in with this here just because I think it makes a little bit more sense if you were to strum that whilst kind of having the lyrics there as well. So I'll try my best to sing. I'm not a very good singer at all, but I think it'll help you, so I'll go for it. So love is a burning thing, okay? So when you play this here, it's going to be 3, 4. Love is a burning. I'll try that again, but in short. 3, 4. Love is a burning thing. So you can hear love is the first down strum, burning is the C, and then G, thing. So we're going to get 3, 4. Love, wait a second guys, cancel that, ignore limit. Guys, give me a second. Okay. Ignore limit. what's happened with that? No limit for today. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of trouble yet. Ah, there we go. Don't know what happened then. My computer went a bit crazy. Anyway, sorry, back again. So we've got, let's try that again. So we've got the love, which is the first G. Love, 2, 3 is the burning G. Thing, C, G, 2, 3, 4. Now you get the horns then, which apparently, from what I've read, those horns, that idea came to Johnny Cash in a dream. Don't know if that's right or not, but I thought it was quite interesting. So let's try that again. I'm going to try and sing it and then see if you can hit the notes, kind of read along and see if you can kind of hit the chords as we change, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Love, 2, 3 is a C and G, 2, 3, G, 2, 3. And again, here we go. Love is a burning, 2, 3, 4. And again, one more time. Actually, this time we'll go down onto the next line going across, because it's exactly the same as the first line, but we've got a D in there rather than the C. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love, 2, 3 is a burning thing. 2, 3, 4, and it makes 2, 3 to the D and D. Third line down is the same as the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last 2 bars, we've got G, we've got a bar 3, and G, 2, 3 on the D, okay? So that last kind of bar on the very bottom, the first one to the left, you've got 3, 4, G on the first beat, 1, 2, D on the third beat, 3, and G, 2, 3, 4. So it's a fiddly one, but like when you listen to the song, you can kind of hear it as you go. We'll try it again. We'll go from start to finish. Just try to read along as you go. If you're new to the chords and stuff, choose the chords that are kind of the best suited for you. But if you need to practice the chords first before you get into playing it, you might need to just kind of like work on some of those exercises we went through just to get the fingers nimbled up. Okay, so this time, just let me know, guys, is it better that I sing it, or does it make it a little bit more tricky to follow along, or would you rather I kind of just count through the bars as they appear with the chords in there? Let me know, and I will take that route. Okay, so this time I'm going to count it anyway, so you can kind of maybe all follow along nice and clearly. Okay, so after 4, starting from the top, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, C, G, 2, C, G, 2, 3, 4. That was the first one. I just noticed someone said singing is all right. Okay, so that's what I'll do. Everyone seems to think the singing is better. Yeah, okay, I'll do that, all right? So the lyrics, love is a burning thing and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. Okay, I'm probably not going to remember all of that, so I might hum it, okay? Okay, so from the start again, starting on the G chord, I'm going to play the stack chords this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love is a burning thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it makes 2, 3 a fiery 2, 3, 4, D to the C and G, 2, 3. The last part, D, wait, I fell in let me just try those last 2 bars again, okay? So we're going to play the G for 2 beats, the D for 1, and then the G for a bar of 4, so 4 beats. All right, here we go. Last 2 bars, and I'm going to sing I Fell Into a Ring of Fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. I fell into a ring of fire. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I fell into a ring of fire. 2, 3, 4. And I fell into a burning. All right, so next part, which is the chorus. So this is a lot more straightforward. I thought the song would all be a lot more straightforward personally, like this, but it's a classic, isn't it? You know, you're going to submit the song that you're going to do, and then when you dive in a little bit deeper, you're like, oh man, really? It's kind of, you've got all these kind of changes of time and stuff. Okay, so this is straightforward. If you look at it, we're always going to be looking for patterns whenever we're looking at a chord progression. So if you look at the first 4 bars of 4, it's pretty straightforward. You've got a bar of D, and then you've got, in the second bar, C for the first 2 beats, G for the second 2 beats. And then the next line down is exactly the same. So we'll start off, we'll just play through that there, okay? So start on the D. I'm just going to bring us in. After 4. A 1, let me make sure that's in the picture. A 1, oh, wait a second, there we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C for 2, and G for 2, and again D for 4, 2, 3, 4, C for 2, and G for 2. Okay, I'll sing it this time. A 1, 2, 3, 4. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames they went higher. And then we've got the on the third line down, we've then got a G for 4 beats, which is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got another bar of 4 where we're going to play G on the first beat, C on the second beat, and G for the next 2 beats. We're looking for patterns again. So if you look at the bar I just played, where we played G to C and then to G on the first, second, and third beats, and look at the bar just after it, it's exactly the same. So what we're going to do, let's see if we can go from the third line down, starting on the G for 1 bar, and then we'll go all the way to the end. You notice when you get all the way to the end there, guys, the very last bar, we just got 2 beats in there, and that's just going to be the G, okay? So let's give that a go then from the third line down. I'll just count it first and then I'll sing it, okay? So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so before we try the whole thing, I'm just going to check to see if they are... actually, let's just try that last part there with some singing. What are the words for that? And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of D. Oh, guys, there's a typo there. So, my bad. So in the last but 1 bar, which is a bar of 4, the last bar being a bar of 2, I've got a C on the second beat. My bad. That's a D. So you might just want to make a little note of that. Okay, so I'll play it, and from that kind of third line down, and I'll sing it. So I think it comes in on the burn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Okay, so see if you can feel where those changes are. If not, you can just count it to start with. But we'll try the whole thing through. But before we do that, I just want to read some comments just to make sure I'm not going too fast or any of that stuff there. Okay, cool. So I've got a bunch of messages with the singing. Cool. Okay, great. That's cool. Sing, sing, sing. Yep. Sing better when you sing. Definitely cool. Thought Johnny Cash had entered the room. I wish. Yeah, the Stitch sticker. So my kind of daughter, who's now 11, a couple of years ago, she was just well into Stitch. It was before the movie and everything, but she was just really into it, her and her friends. And she just stuck it on there. And I was like, I'm going to keep that on there. Why not? But she doesn't even like Stitch no more. But, you know, keep it there for memories, isn't it? All right, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to play through the whole chorus. Just going to have a quick drink. From the start, I won't count it. I'll sing it. But just see if, as I'm singing it, see if you can follow along with just the down strums. I won't put in the... I'm just going to do the down strums to start with. And then maybe in a bit we'll add the... It's a little bit more complex though, to hear it as I'm doing that, as opposed to just the down strums. Okay, so from the start of the chorus on the D chord, if I can grab the D, I'm going to play the stuck chords this time. Okay, 1 after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, sorry. 3, 4. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 but the flames, they went higher. And it G, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What are the words again? Sorry, I fell. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time I'm going to change the chords to these ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 but the flames, they went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. So weirdly, as I'm playing and singing that there, I'm not kind of really following along with the chords as such, especially the last part there. I just know which kind of like words, you know, the C comes in on, and it just feels so much more natural. So the closer you, or the quicker you can get to that, definitely the better. Okay, this time then, right guys, I'm going to do it with the, sorry. I'll try with the boom chucker, okay? I won't use a pick for this either because it might be a bit loud for my voice as I play through it. And just see if you can kind of tag along with the down strums or with the boom chucker if you want to. All right, here we go. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, I forgot the words. I fell. 1, 2, 3, 4. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 but the flames, they went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. That was a D, sorry, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 but the flames, they went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the G to the D to the G. So don't forget that last but one chord's a D. So I hope that kind of made sense up to there. Last but one bar. Seems it is still a C, not a D. I've written this, I think it's a D. You can double check it. You can double check. It might be a C. Okay, so we've gone through the chorus there. I'm running a little behind, sorry guys. So here's verse 2 here. So you're going to kind of play this the same way that you play verse 1 through the first top 2 lines there. And then after that, it's different from verse 1 from this point. So everything below is a little bit different. So you can see there, bar 1 is bar of C, where we're going to be playing G for, we're going to play it for 1, 2, C. And then we get like this, kind of like a bar of 5, where we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's different. I have no idea why it's different. I just think that the words, Johnny Cash has just put the chord changes to the syllables for the words for this section. So normally we'd be playing that G underneath where it says it's different for 3 beats. But he plays it just for 2 beats because it's I fell for you like a child. So it goes from that 3rd line down. I fell for you like a child, 2, 3, 4, and then you continue from there. But if you listen to it and play along with the original, you'll hear that little kind of quirk there. And then I think the horns come in just after the 3rd beat of the 2nd bar. So it gets a little bit kind of like complex there. But as long as you kind of just stick with the, you know, the 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 2, 3. As long as you stick with the kind of putting the chords on the right beats there, you'll be fine essentially. But yeah, if you try and play along with verse 2 using the same chord structure as verse 1, it'll kind of fall apart on that bar there because there's only 2 stums on the G, which I had no idea about. And to be honest, I don't think Johnny Cash would have had any idea about either. Okay, so we won't kind of run through that just because I'm going over our time there, guys. And I don't want to keep you longer than what I should. But I'm just going to share the song structure with you here. So we're going to start off with the intro. So we went through the intro chords just there. Okay, that's when the horns are coming in. Then we've got verse 1. Then we've got chorus. Then you've got to play through that intro 2 times. Then after you play through the intro 2 times, you'll hear the horns and everything with that. You play a chorus again. And then we have verse 2. So normally I might just put verse 1 and verse 2. I might just put verse and verse again, but because they're kind of they're different, I've just put verse 2, and then we finish off with 2 choruses and kind of an outro-y kind of thing there. So, any quick questions to finish off, guys? I'll have a quick check and I'll answer them. If not, I shall catch you all in the next session. Okay, cool. Better when I think. Yeah, cool. Love the stitch sticker. Yeah. Yeah, cool. All right, guys. So, yeah, hope you've all enjoyed this session. Give it a pop, give it a go. And if you want to kind of put your efforts up on the community, love to see you playing. Or if you're in the WhatsApp group, upload a video. We'd love to see you playing it. And yeah, good luck with it. Also, let us know in the community or in the WhatsApp group if there's anything about the sessions that I can improve. So it's good to have some feedback, whether you put it in WhatsApp or whatever. You can put down as well, write down the things that you think are already good as well, so I can do a little bit more of that. But yeah, all the best, guys. Take care, have fun with this, and I'll see you all again next time. All right, cheers now. Bye-bye.